What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy. You guys will not believe where I'm actually at right now. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida right now, and if you guys seen my episode of Joe Winko Talk about the places I wanted to road trip to, you would know exactly what I came here for, to see the Wells Fargo building. And there it is, right behind me. But let me show you guys a closer look at it. There it is, the Wells Fargo building. I wasn't exactly sure what they used it for, but I've heard the name Wells Fargo before. I believe that's a bank company or something. I've always been fascinated with this building because of the way it's shaped. Like, I always liked the way it has the trapezoid base and the tower-shaped, well, prism-shaped tower part. I thought that was really cool for some reason, so that's why I wanted to see this building. Plus, in addition to that, I always wanted to visit Jacksonville, Florida, because I actually read online that it's the most populated city in Florida. And I actually thought that was really weird, because another thing about Jacksonville is that it's pretty far north in Florida, and it actually snows here. And I just thought it was weird that Jacksonville is the most populated city because it snows here and it gets cold here. Not like Wisconsin cold and not like Wisconsin snow, but it still snows and gets cold here. But the thing is, Jacksonville just appears to be the most populated city in Florida, but it really isn't. I was actually going to do an episode of Joe Winko Talk about this. According to the people on city data, the city limits for Jacksonville, Florida are very wide. Like, it's part of, like, all of Jacksonville's city limits are the same as Duval County. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And they said that if Miami did the same thing, like if they considered their city limits as wide as the county that Miami's in, I should have looked this up before I did this video, but whatever county that Miami belongs to, if they said that their city limits were the same as the county they belong to, they would have like about 2.5 million people, but Jacksonville has 1 million, like roughly 1 million people, but it's still a really cool city. There's also this too. The Friendship Pond, or no, I think it's the Friendship Fountain actually, way over there. I had no idea how huge it was. 'Cause I actually looked up this park on Google Maps, and it seems different from how it did on Google Maps. Yeah, it's not the same, like seeing it online and then actually going there for real. Same with everything else I read about online. Then there's also this bridge too. Don't really know much about this bridge. I should have looked that up. Like, the main thing I really came here for was the Wells Fargo building, because I think that building is really cool. I actually built it in my SimCity 4 series, The United States of Joe Winko. And another thing is, Jacksonville, Florida is actually my most populated city in the United States of Joe Winko. It was until I added New Orleans, Louisiana. I think that has more people. I need to check the statistics on that, but for those of you who don't watch United States of Joe Winko, you guys won't know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So as I said earlier, Jacksonville, Florida really isn't the most populated city in Florida, but it's still not the safest place to be during a zombie apocalypse because there's still a lot of people living here. And also another thing, it's also not a safe place to be during a hurricane. I'm not exactly sure if this is true, but this one person I met who apparently goes to school in Jacksonville, Florida, they said that this city is built below sea level, like New Orleans, Louisiana, and they actually said that the Wells Fargo building actually flooded when Hurricane Irma hit. Jacksonville actually got flooded really bad during Hurricane Irma. And the scary thing is, Hurricane Irma didn't even pass through Jacksonville. It came up the west coast of Florida, and it was only a Category 2 when it made landfall. So, yeah. However, in The Walking Dead, the characters Sasha, Tyrese, Lizzie, and Mika, all of them were supposed to be from Jacksonville, but The Walking Dead never featured Jacksonville, Florida in any of its episodes. They never even went to Florida in The Walking Dead, and they're in Virginia now, but the show is still being filmed in Georgia, so yeah, whatever. I do actually love this city, however. I mean, just look around. Like, everything's all shiny and blue. Like, the water is, the building is, even the bridge is. And even those lights over there, well, let me show them to you. Even those sidewalk lights over there are blue. Wow. Amazing, isn't it? Okay, so I finally learned the name of this park. It's actually called the Friendship Park, and that fountain behind me is actually called the Friendship Fountain. And there's like this plaque thing right here, and I'm gonna show it to you guys, and I'm gonna read it for you real quick. Friendship Park and Fountain, dedicated June 18th, 2011. John Payton, the mayor, developed for the city of Jacksonville by the Jacksonville Economic Development Commission. Ronald D. Barton, Executive Director, Paul Crawford, Deputy Executive Director, Jack Webb, Council President, District 6. Oh wow, like District 6 from the Hunger Games? Now, I'm not sure if you guys seen Hunger Games Catching Fire, but in my honest opinion, this city reminds me more of District 4 from the Hunger Games than District 6. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but share your thoughts down in the comments, please. Okay, yeah. And then the city council members, and then it lists all of them. So yeah. It is a beautiful park. They did a lovely job building this. I also love how they aligned all the palm trees up too. And you know, the city actually has a theme. Like, all the glass is blue and everything, and it's all shiny. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love it here. I was actually kind of worried about coming here at first because I was checking the weather information website and they said that it was supposed to rain today in Jacksonville, but apparently the rain went away. You can still see some of the water down here, so it must have stopped right before we got here, so that's a good thing. Okay, so there's another thing in Jacksonville that I wanted to show you guys. So this is a statue of Andrew Jackson. He was one of the US presidents, and he's actually who this city was named after. And I actually built this statue in the United States of Joe Winko, except it's me on the horse instead of him. Just thought you guys would think it was funny seeing that in real life. Pretty cool looking statue. Plus it's right by the Wells Fargo Tower too. That's basically it for my video of me visiting Jacksonville, Florida. I hope you all liked it. What do you guys think of Jacksonville, Florida? And what did you think of this video? Please comment and share your thoughts. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. So that's it. Peace out, people. So I wanted to go to Jacksonville, Florida, and go see the Wells Fargo Tower, and take a selfie of myself in Jacksonville, Florida, and with the Wells Fargo Tower in the background, and then post it on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all those other places. That's why I wanted to go to Jacksonville, Florida.